Good business governance is important for the growth of a law firm or any other business. What are the governance pitfalls which the owner of a law firm should look out for when they are running their firm? Hi, my name is Jimmy Walaviechi, and you're welcome to Corporate Governance Africa, where we seek to promote good governance through film. A pitfall is an unsuspected danger or difficulty. It's a challenge which a person may have, but they may not easily see it. We therefore explore 3 challenges which may not be very obvious in a law firm, but they pose a danger to its long-term success. It may also keep a firm from reaching its fullest potential. I interviewed Fiona Nabasa Wall, who is a leading governance professional from Uganda. Fiona served as the president of the Uganda Law Society. Fiona is the founding partner of Nabasa and Company Advocates. She served as a head of legal at a major government-owned organization in Uganda. Her experience has allowed her the opportunity to interact with many lawyers and law firms both in Uganda and around Africa and around the world. She therefore gives interesting insights into these pitfalls that law firms experience. As a way of laying the foundation for this discussion, she points out that one of the challenges, one of the potential difficulties that law firms face is that there is a heavy dependence on an individual or the founder of an organization. And this lays the ground for the emergence of these pitfalls.
I think the pain points I find in law firms are the same ones I find in accountancy firms, are the same ones I find in a lot of professional businesses. Reason being, these are partnerships and they rely a lot on the individual. As I told you, that usually spells doom for the business from the get-go. So you have to find ways of insulating the business from your mortality. Now, you also have to find ways of insulating the business from your humanity, because corporate governance is all about protecting ourselves, protecting the institution from the human that's behind the institution, should the human go bad. If it's a sole proprietorship, you're going to find that you need to put in place systems to protect your business from you, from problems, from when you're sick, from when you're not available.
First, she discusses the pitfall of branding.
Sometimes the brand of the individual, because these are professionals, is bigger than the institution. Now, when the brand of the individual is bigger than the institution, that means that when the individual is not there, the clients do not want to be served. They peg the success of this law firm to Fiona Wall. So when Fiona is not in the room, when Fiona doesn't go to court, they don't think they're going to win. So you find that now the law firm is limited to only cases where Fiona can appear. And you are limiting the capacity of this business to grow. So sometimes the brands of the individuals are bigger than that of the business. And that's something you have to fight actively as an individual. It's good for you to get the brand, to get the gravitas, but then start lending it to the firm as opposed to sucking all the air.
She then discusses the pitfall of the lack of succession planning.
Now, the second thing is succession planning. It's a real crisis, because when these partnerships, sometimes we as human beings, we are very, very tempted when we run partnerships like ours, because of the kind of power they give us, to entrench. And we all know what entrenchment is. Entrenchment is trying to make sure that there's no way you lose any power or control. And you want to remain in control, you want to remain in power. So sometimes we practice things like nepotism, we appoint people that cannot challenge us, and we deny the law firm bright talent that can bring a new perspective. And that's a huge, huge temptation that a lot of people fall in when they own these businesses.
Finally, she discusses the pitfall of a challenge of poor financial management.
When you are the sole signatory to these things, you have to put systems in place that make you accountable to everybody else for every signature that you're putting down. When you are the managing partner, and the senior partner and the sole partner. Sometimes these are sole proprietorships. So even if it's a sole proprietorship, find ways of ensuring that your financials have approval processes, have an internal audit system where you check yourself, where you have to account, where you have to get a second opinion over financial decisions. Otherwise, you might make a mess of things. The law requires lawyers to have separate accounts for their clients' work and separate accounts for professional fees. And then, separate accounts for administering the law firm. So separate these things so that things are very, very clear. If these things are not clear, you will get in trouble with tax, you'll get in trouble with a lot of things.
An interesting point made in this discussion is that a good business governance system or a good corporate governance system protects a business from the human weaknesses of the people that are involved in that business. On the other hand, a good corporate governance system creates the right environment within which the strengths of human beings, or the people who work in that organization, can flourish, they can blossom, they can bud, and they can bear fruit for the good of the organization. So that balance needs to be established.